Okay, guys, I think I only have one person so far. Triple fire sign. Hi. Hope everything is going good. I see you have a question. Why DAs ghost, and once they do, what should and should not? I guess you want to know what you should and should not do. Okay, so I wanted to wait until at least 6:30 since that was the time I set for us to start. So I'll wait a little bit, triple fire sign. Um, so I'll wait a little bit, but in the meantime, just write any other questions that might come to mind, and I'll start with yours once we begin. Okay, can you respond to let me know if you're actually hearing me, triple fire sign? Could you just tap a message to tell me if you're hearing me? Because I'm not even sure. This is my first time doing this, so this is all new to me, and I'd love for you to let me know if you can hear me. Awesome. So I believe you can hear me, triple fire sign. So that's good. Thank you so much for coming. And I let me just wait. I said I think it's now 6:27. We have 3 more minutes. And just to be fair, I want to kind of wait to see if anybody else joins us, okay? Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that. This is my first time, so I might make some mistakes and do some blunders, but there's always a first time, right? Okay, you know what? I'm going to start triple fire sign. I'm just going to answer your call because what I'll do too is hopefully I think this is being recorded. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is my passion. This is something I would do if I if I had money coming from somewhere else, I would do it for free. Pretty much. I love doing this. This is my passion. I like helping people. So thank you so much for sharing that you like my videos as well. Thank you. I'm gonna answer your question in the meantime, and so anybody else can kind of join in afterwards. Hopefully, this is being recorded. I have no idea. Let me see. But I think it's streamed live, so it should show up. I think what they say is going to show up in my channel somehow. So what I'll do is at least it will be on the channel for anybody else who joins afterwards. But the question you have, triple fire sign, is why DAs ghost, and once they do, what you should and should not do. And this is something that the dismissive avoidant attachment style, they do it all the time. And remember, the reason they do it is because they have to go self-soothe. A lot of times they do it after some kind of emotional, intense kind of interaction with you or with their partner. And so what they're doing is that they go to self-soothe. So pretty much they don't want to be bothered. That's why they leave in the first place. They want to move away so they can go self-soothe. So basically, if you try to reach out to them at that point, what it will do, it will basically just aggravate them even more, and they will actually stay away longer. All right. So the best thing for you to do when a dismissive, avoidant attachment style individual goes away, ghosts, then the best thing to do is to leave them alone. Leave them alone, right? And it will be actually a shorter turnaround for them to come back if you just leave them alone. But the minute you try to reach out to them and text them or message them or whatever it is, any kind of a connection, then they will just stay away a little longer, because their problem is that they cannot take emotional intensity. And maybe you've had a great date, or maybe they feel that they're really falling in love with you, and they are fearful of that because they don't trust relationships, right? So what they do is they are going to actually go self-soothe by gaming, binge watching TV, working, whatever it is. Everybody has a different way that they self-soothe, and so it's best just to kind of leave them alone. Let me see. I should get my glasses, triple fire sign, because I can't see a bad. Hold on. So I have my glasses here. Okay. That's cool, but it's going to be reflecting all the lights. Okay, so you said I tried to make a super chat donation, but it's not available. Oh, I don't I don't have there's no donation for this thing. What I have are the memberships in case you want to help, or to kind of what the lowest level is $3.99. So you could do that. And what that will do too, what that will allow you to do is to, when I see you in the chat or whatever it is, you will have a kind of a banner or something there to kind of show that you are a member of my channel. So if you want to, donate in that way, that might be the only thing. That one is going to be $3.99 every month. So if that's okay with you, then you can donate that way. It does not come with any kind of a the higher level things that comes with coaching, or comes with in-depth videos that kind of help you to move forward in your growth. That level doesn't come with it. So, but if you want to just donate and be a part of the channel, then that is probably the best level that you could donate at Triple Fire Sign. I wish I know your name. This Triple Fire Sign thing is a long name. So it's now 6:33. I don't see anybody else. I hope they saw it, or you can ask more questions until somebody comes. So what I could do though is kind of go over something, because I don't know if you got to see the video that I did with the what to do and what not to do. I don't know if you got to see that, but I could probably start kind of just go over it for people who may not have seen that. You saw that one? You said that is it a yes to the seeing the video, Triple Fire Sign? So I should ask what I should maybe can ask if you don't mind answering some questions as well. Is this somebody that you are presently seeing, this person that maybe ghost, or is this just a general question for you if you were to meet someone with this attachment style? Okay, so Triple Fire Sign, there comes a time when you have to make a decision. If this person has ghosted you for 5 months, then they're obviously not going to be the best partner that you could hope for, right? So I would say that you have to really question this relationship, see if this is something that you want to continue with. Has this happened before? Is this like a recurring theme in your relationship? Right? Because if this is something that's recurring, then this is just going to cause you trauma every single time this happens. And even while you're in the relationship, you're probably wondering, oh my God, when is he going to do this again? Right? So that can't be a very healthy relationship for you to be in. It's I'm sorry about I don't know, I have some allergies bothering me today, although I always have some allergies bothering me. But anyway, it seems to be a little worse today. So you're going to have to question whether this is something that you want to really continue with. If this is 5 months, 5 months is a long time to ghost somebody or to stay away from somebody who you believe may care for you. That's a long time. That's a long time, triple fire sign. So you may have to want to have to question this relationship. And first thing I always ask my clients to do is write down all the reasons why you think you want to stay with this person. All the reason why this person makes you happy, make you feel good, whatever it might be, and all the reasons that the person makes you feel less than, all. No, I don't. I don't. I think once you go, if oh, you're talking about like a donation or something. I don't have a PayPal account. I have Stripe. I use Stripe, but I use Stripe. This I don't know if Stripe has a donate thing. I've never really checked it out, and I don't use PayPal. I use Stripe. I usually just send a link to my clients, and they pay through that. Okay, all right. So, oh, this is someone else. This is Tegan. Hi, Tegan. How are you? So you're saying that your dismissive avoidant partner has left you 3 times in 4 years. Now, honey, this is another thing you have to really, 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 really question. So this seems to be a recurring event, and so if this is what you want to live with for the rest of your life, if you want the relationship with this person, then that is going to be your decision. But I believe this is a period in your life which you really need to question. 3 times in 4 years, that means almost every year this person leaves, right? So therefore, you need to question. This is where working on yourself becomes important. Because working on yourself, you would not put up with this. When you become more secure and you don't feel that you need someone to to be in a relationship with, and when people do these things, and when people do these things to you, because that is not a relationship, guys. And I'm speaking to triple fire sign and Tegan now, because really, if this person is ghosting and leaving all the time, and then they just come back and leave and come back and leave, that is not a relationship, guys. And so you need to really so Tegan, yes, I understand that it was great for 18 months, but is that as long as when you have to look in your future? If you were to get married to this person, what is going to happen? If you were to get married to this person, what would you expect that would be different? There would be nothing that's different, you see? So therefore, you need to actually be working on yourself. You need to work on yourself, guys. A lot of the times when we are in certain attachment styles, especially for the anxious preoccupied, right? Remember, the anxious preoccupied feels the need to have somebody all the time, and you don't need to. You have to work to get to a place where you're more secure, where you feel comfortable with who you are and comfortable being alone. When you are comfortable being alone, you won't put up with things like this. All right, so got it. Yeah. So that is actually disrespectful, triple fire sign. The fact that you were together for 2 years and then he got a new job and just moved away. So that is disrespectful. You don't need to have somebody who's going to disrespect you in a relationship. That is not something that you should be putting up with, because that is not something over a long period of time. It's going to destroy your self worth, your self image, and you're going to feel bad about yourself for putting up with that kind of behavior. You're going to feel bad. I mean, that is why a lot of people suffer from. Okay, so you don't want him back. I just want to understand what happened. I just want closure. Oh, so uh, sometimes there's no closure, right? Sometimes, unfortunately, there's no closure. Closure. Sometimes, just like I always say, when you're forgiving someone, you're not forgiving them because for them, you're forgiving them for you. So sometimes you just have to accept what is and move on. You have the evidence. You have the evidence of the behavior. I'm speaking to Triple Fire Sign now, who said, I don't want him back. I just want to understand what happened. I just want closure. Sometimes you won't get closure, honey. You just have to understand that your needs and you're protecting who you are, your self worth is so important to you that you will not, you will just know that you cannot put up with that kind of a treatment. You can't be in a relationship for 2 years, a person leaves, gets a job and this and says nothing to you. That is not caring for somebody. All right. Queen of DA Valley. Hi. Recovered, anxious, preoccupied. Hi, Queen of DA Valley, Cali, TMHC. Um, so if he were to come back again, Tegan, this is Tegan. If he were to come back again, I want to be strong enough to say no. And Tegan, that is when you work on yourself. When you won't be strong enough until you are you working on yourself, Tegan? I don't know if you're working on yourself. Queen DA, glad to be here. Thanks for having me. You're very welcome, sweetie. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. So Tegan, you're saying if he were to come back again, you want to be strong enough. So, but to be strong enough, honey, you have to do something different. It means you have to work on you. You have to work on you to change your attachment style to someone who's more, you're more secure so that you can make better decisions and actually have a, you know, one of the things I usually check in with my clients after I finish working with them. I keep in touch with them. And the last one I check and know that she's out there dating and all that. I wanted to know how things were going. And she said that she's now so self-confident in herself that now nothing, any man that comes around, she's not just jumping into it or trying to hold on to things that she knows is not good for her. Because no, but you have to, it's something you have to work on, guys, right? You have to work on yourself. Okay, Tegan, you said I've worked on myself my whole life. I'm very loving and don't give up on people. Tegan, when you say you've worked on yourself, give me an example. After becoming secure, how long should you wait before dating? So, Queen of DA, how do you know you're secure? You're going to have to be in a relationship. So you can go into a relationship, right? But remember, I'm not sure how you know you're secure but when you go into a relationship, you will figure out whether you are secure or not. Because if someone behaves in a way that is not something that you like, then you can easily speak to the person about it. A lot of anxious, preoccupied individuals will not bring up the subject because they fear they might lose that person, right? So when you feel comfortable speaking to someone about, you know, speaking to someone about something they're doing that hurts your feelings or hurt you or make you feel less than, then that is one indicator of being secure. The fact that you can talk about it in a almost in a logical way instead of an emotional way, because the anxious preoccupied individual they have the tendency to really get very emotional and really anxious and really kind of overdo the anxiety thing. And so that kind of will just cause the dismissive avoidant person to run away. So in a relationship, I think it's Tegan I was talking to. Yes, Tegan, what you need to do is when you go into the relationship, see how you manage in this relationship, right? Sometimes you might not have reached the point where you're going to be 100% successful, but if you can learn from your mistakes and move on and try and keep learning, then that is good. Okay. Taking counseling, reading, activities, watching these videos, support groups. Okay, so you're working on yourself. That is good, because you know that you can start a relationship. You can go into a relationship now, but remember, don't forget what you've learned in these counseling and reading and what you've seen on the YouTube videos. Same test, Queen of DA. Okay, Queen of DA. After becoming secure, how long should you wait? Okay, before dating, you could date now if you feel that you're a secure Queen of DA. It will actually tell you, dating and interacting with another a potential partner will give you indications of whether you are truly secure or not. So Queen of DA, you said you took a test online. Same test told me that I was anxious, preoccupied, but are you saying that it now tells you that you're secure? So I did do healing work, inner child work, and haven't dated in a year. Okay, so the only way you're going to know how you're going to respond to a partner, a potential partner, Queen of DA, is to actually start dating. But remember to use what you've learned and not just remember the first thing about dating is you're gathering data. Going and you make sure that you're not going to get emotionally connected too early in the relationship. Just to go there to gather data, and gathering data means that you're asking questions, you're having interactions, you're trying to, after a while you find out who their friends are, because their friends can tell you a lot about who they are. Because the difference with friends and family members is that someone does not get to choose their family members, but people get to choose their friends. And so if I choose a certain type of friend, it means that I'm attracted to that type of a person, right? Meaning maybe they go clubbing, and maybe because I like clubbing, maybe they go and do, have sex with the first person they see. Maybe I'm okay with that too. And so your friends, you always try to meet their friends. And then you'll also see, if your values are aligned. They told me that I was anxious. I did. Triple sign, they love bomb at the beginning, and soon after they distance it. Yeah, that's a trend for the DAs. Triple fire sign, they love bomb you. They will go over and above to get you. But once they get you, basically, they remember it's because of the emotional intensity. They can't take emotional intensity, so they like they know at some level that they want to have someone, but when they get someone, they can't take that emotional intensity, so they pull away. So this is Queen of Tea. Okay, thank you. Okay, good. Yes, triple. They sure do. Yep, they do love bomb and then goose. That's for sure. It's their pattern of behavior. It's their pattern of behavior, because they have and the unfortunate thing about it is that they dismissive avoidant individuals never see anything. They find it very difficult to work on themselves because they can't allow themselves to be vulnerable, right? To be vulnerable means, which is what the anxious preoccupied will do. They're very good at being vulnerable, but the dismissive avoidance and the fearful avoidant to an extent. It depends with the fearful avoidant. It depends on if they're with the partner they're with. If it's a dismissive avoidant partner that they're with, they're going to be more anxious. And if it's an anxious partner that they're with, they're going to be more dismissive. Okay. So triple fire sign, ever since he ghosted me, I stayed focused on my school studies. Great. And now I've realized I'm not interested in dating anyone. I'm fine with my own company, family, and friends. Great. And I'm speaking to triple fire sign now. Great. This is what you need to do, is really to build up yourself when these things happen, instead of focusing on going into another relationship, because you're not ready for another relationship when you are coming out of one that's hurt you. You're hurt, you're fragile, you're emotionally, you have that emotional, you're not able to think clearly. You're not able to think clearly, right? So therefore, it's better for you to just focus on yourself, build up yourself, heal from that pain and from that hurt before you go into another relationship. And the time will come, triple fire signs, so that when you're really ready, but if you're not so anxious to get somebody, the right person will come along at the right time. Okay. Queen of DA. That's why DAs and AAs dance so well. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. It's true. It's true. One runner and one chaser. Yeah, that's true. Queen of DA. Okay, Tegan. The reason why I have been in this ongoing disappear, reappear cycle with my ex is because I don't think there are any secure guys left. Honey, don't sell yourself short. Don't sell yourself short. Always don't. You see, remember, Tegan, listen to this, okay? And I really want you to hear me. When you're tied up into a relationship that you are not getting your needs met and that you're not happy in, you're in a relationship. It's like, okay, if something comes along, how are you going to be able to receive it if you have your hands full with something else, right? So if you think about that, believe me, I've been alone for over 3 years working on myself and just I'm not even, into kind of like looking for a relationship. When that person comes along, then I will be ready. But what I'm saying is don't sell yourself short. There's someone out there for you. There's someone out there for you. But if you keep holding on to this person, you're not allowing yourself to grow and to take time to get to know who you are. It's very important to get to know who you are, because now you may be living this person's life, what they like to do, what they want, how they want you to dress, how they want you to act, all that kind of stuff. You're probably living this person's life. You're not living your own life. You need to take that space and that time. And if this relationship is not working for you, which if this is a person I believe that left 3 times in 4 years or something like that, then that is not working. I mean, maybe a lot of times, sometimes someone else outside of you can see and you won't be able to see because you're so embroiled into it. But believe me, don't sell yourself short, Tegan. You can find somebody else, okay? But you have to fix yourself so that you can attract that type of a person who is secure. You understand what I'm saying? You won't attract a secure person until you yourself have become more secure. All right. So hopefully you'll work on that. But it's not my ex. I don't think there is any other option. No, there are options. There are options out there, honey. Good. Yeah, that's Triple Sign is doing a great thing. She's working on herself. She's doing her school. She's working on her goals. So she's not wasting time, but she's focused on working on her needs. She's doing her thing. And whenever you're not focused, if you ever notice, when you're so focused on getting someone or being in a relationship, that's when it's like there's nobody else in the world except this person you have. But when you are so secure in yourself, that's when everybody comes out of the woodwork, right? So it's really just a thing of attraction, right? And so you have to be able to create yourself to be the person that you are, change a person to be to the best person that you are. That way, guys, you attract the person that you deserve. And not, if you're anxious, you end up attracting all of these dismissive, avoidant people because they feed off of your energy and your anxiety. That's what they do. They feed off of that. At some level, they want to feel good about having somebody and having power over that person and not needing that person, but they're there. They just want to have you there. It's almost like oh gosh, it's almost like a parasite. It's sad to say, but it's almost like somebody, is there on you, like a, they just need that to be close to you. They may not want you or really love you, but to have somebody who puts them on a pedestal, it makes them feel good about themselves and reinforces themselves that people are needy, right? So you have to be very aware of this. And so you start working on yourself, like triple fire sign is doing, going back to school, working on yourself, and I think you've started that as well. So guys, work on yourselves. You're the ones who are going to look at yourself in the mirror one day and say, oh my God, I wasted so many years on this relationship when nothing has come of it. The only thing that probably came of it is that you've lost your whole self in this relationship. You have lost you don't no longer love yourself. You're focused on that person who is not focused on you. You are going to come out of this, years later on, and then regret the fact that you spend so much time wasting on someone who's not treating you the way that you deserve to be treated. Guys, you need to know that you are worthy of love. You're worthy of love. You need to know and realize that you are important, right? And you have to get to know who you are before, and love who you are before you can even love somebody else. Because sometimes the things we call love, guys, is really just infatuation, right? It's just infatuation. It's not real love, because real love is something where both partners, they're looking out for the good of the other person. And if you're in a relationship with someone who does not look out for your good, that's not love. Okay. Triple fire sign. The doctor just said it best: love yourself, and then you won't settle for anything else. That is exactly true. If you love yourself, guys, you can see from a mile those people who have no, who you are not to go even 1 foot, like you stay away from, you run in the other direction. You know that it becomes a thing. It's amazing, because when you work on yourself and you see the things that you want and you need to be happy, then the first thing in the forefront of your mind when you come to terms with what you need to be happy, and when you meet this person and you see that they don't have those kind of values or whatever it is that they do to make you happy, then just run in the other direction. You don't need to go and sit there and try and work and prove anything to anyone for them to love you. Okay? Oh yes, triple fire sign. Yes, I know. That's my experience too. The fact that my relationship with God is very important to me. I know it's not probably important to everyone else, but that is my that's what keeps me. That I don't need to be, I'm full. I'm full with His love. I don't need to be looking for it outside of myself. Um, so, Queen of TA, I didn't know I was a severe anxious preoccupied until I began my healing work. Yes, awareness is the first stage to change and to growth and to working on yourself. I did attract dismissive because I was, yes, that's usually what happens. I don't know what it is. It's like it's like a magnet. The dismissive is just, they just gravitate to the anxious preoccupied, and the anxious to the dismissive. And it's just one of those things, like it's just one of those things that happen, that and it becomes a cycle. And remember, because the dismissive and the anxious are so unlucky in love, because they always end up with each other, and they just keep hurting each other and that kind of stuff, that whole dance, that after a while it becomes a cycle, because now you just keep attracting another dismissive or another anxious person, and it goes on and like a broken record, until you come to terms and say, oh no, something's wrong. This is not working out for me. This is not working out for me. I need to do something different. Right. And it seems like you guys are trying to work, because you're looking at these videos and you're trying to work on yourself. But sometimes, guys, I'll tell you, I know a lot of people will look at the videos and, and somehow, there are tools that you need to do to actually work on specific areas so you can get the changes that you need. And also, you need to have someone sometimes. I know some of you have gone to counselors, and some counselors. I'll tell you, my study is marriage and family therapy, and I've had to study so much more outside of what I studied to help individuals, because they, not, there is a rigidity to counseling. There are only certain things that you can do. And so I know that I needed to break out of that rigidity, because I needed to be able to help the people that I work with. And thank God, so far, everybody is over and above happy with what with what they have accomplished working with me. Um, so to take on opposites attract. Screen of day, yeah, they're definitely opposite, I tell you. Um, That's true. Dismissive, two dismissives would definitely butt heads together. You know, they would even get together because they would be hiding from each other all the time. Um, so Tegan says, I would be happy to be on my own for a while, but I want to settle down and have kids. Honey, you're stressing yourself out too much. You're stressing yourself out. There's, you see, society has uh, groomed us to believe that we have like this shelf life. It's basically like we have a shelf life. Women, this is that after that time we're no good. We're just like no good for anything, right? And so you've bought into that, Tegan. So, honey, the funny thing is that once you stop focusing so much on that, it will come to you when you least expect it. So try to focus on something else that you know that is going to be, leading you toward a goal that you may have. Maybe you want to do something. Maybe you want to study something. Maybe you want to. There's something that you want to learn, some hobby. Focus on something like that. Focus on your personal growth. Focus on loving who you are right now and changing the patterns that are causing you to feel so anxious about relationships, because right now you're very anxious about relationships and the fact that you feel like maybe you won't be able to have kids and all that kind of stuff if you wait too long. Don't do that, right? I know that a lot of people don't want to talk about adoption. Say you reach an age where you cannot have kids. There's so many kids that need parents these days, so many kids. And I know that maybe that is not the what you want to hear, but there's so many kids that need beautiful kids in places that people have out, and they're not ready to take care of, right? So don't, if you worry about that so much, it's going to be at the forefront of your mind, and it's going to cause you to be more anxious. Okay, Tegan, so work on you, honey. The dog is right, so you have to work on yourself. You can't change it. Yeah. You cannot change anybody else. You cannot change anybody else. So a lot of times when you see people, a lot, we have as women, we have this belief. I don't know where it comes from. It's just that we believe that, if we see somebody and we like them, they don't have all the qualities we have, but maybe if I maybe if he loves me enough, he'll change. Or maybe if I can change him by, whatever. It does not work, guys. It does not work. Do not go into a relationship for potential that you think may happen, because you will be disappointed. Okay. Remember that most relationships kind of cool down after the whole romancing period, right? So you know what? If whatever you're seeing now is even going to get worse, sometimes it can get worse after that cool down period, right? So remember that what you see now, always make sure that you believe what you see. And if somebody tells you something, believe what they say. Don't try and sugarcoat it and try and say, okay, I'm going to see, I'll be the one to change him or whatever it is. We can't change someone who is not willing to change, or who will probably not see something that wrong with them to change. So don't go into something like that. You're going to be stressed, disappointed, and frustrated the rest of that relationship. All right. Exactly. Don't live in fear for what is for you. Nobody can stop. I sincerely believe that, Queen of DA. Um, yes, I am proud of you too, Triple Fire Sign, for doing your thing, doing you, right? You have to take care of you, right? When you take care of you, everything else will come and fall into place. All right. Thanks so much support. Mhm. Yes, you guys are great. You guys are great. I'm glad you're supporting each other in this. And any other questions? I don't see anybody else coming in. If you guys have any other questions, just know 7:05. What I'll do is I hope I can post these things as I was telling everybody else, guys. I was telling actually Triple Fire Sign, since she was the first on, that I don't know. It's the first time I'm doing this thing, so I'm not even so sure if it's been recorded. I believe it will upload into my live something online on YouTube. and then you guys can get to read to look over it. But I don't know. I really don't know. So I guess we'll find out this time. You guys are welcome. I want to do more of these live sessions. So, hopefully next time we'll have more people. And I'm going to leave you guys now. I think that this maybe you guys are the only ones coming on today, but I will put this up for you guys. And thank you so much for coming, guys. I know you want to start your weekend. Okay, thanks, Queen of DA. Awesome. So, Queen of DA, Tegan, and Triple Fire Sign, have a great weekend, and I'll see you on YouTube some other time. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye. And thanks for coming, guys. So I'm going to log off now. Anything else? Awesome. Awesome. Okay, guys, take care. I'm going to end the stream now. Bye-bye.